All right, hey everybody. Hope you're having a good day. For the people I asked in the chat if your day was going well, I'm glad to hear that your day is going well. I am doing pretty well myself. Glad to be able to stream again. It's actually been a long while since I've done one, and I figured, like I said in the chat, it's been a minute since I've streamed. It's been a minute since I've posted something. Actually, it's been like 2 weeks since I dropped the series teaser. So I'm just trying to, make some content, keep the channel alive. I'm just looking at the sub count now. Wow, we're already at 2.5k, which is crazy to see the growth that the channel has been like. Or the growth and support that the channel has been like getting and receiving is insane. It's like 6 months ago, I was nowhere close to where we are now. So, as usual, I'm super thankful. Glad to have you guys here. I'm just trying to make a background for this first episode now, actually. So that's what I'll be doing. Maybe if I can get this done, we might get into character animation. Hopefully, maybe we'll see. But yeah, road to 3K. We're 500 more, and I'll be at 3,000. That's like that'll be crazy. That'll be crazy when that happens. So I'm just gonna keep the chat up here while I mess around with these tabs. But yeah. Yeah. So I guess I'll get started. I need to I guess pull up my reference image that I'm trying to base this castle town around. Because the first scene of this, actually, I'll give you guys a little bit of insight. It's supposed to start off with I guess a short shot of this town that the characters are in, and there's gonna be this kid that's kind of poor, he's starving, trying to get something to eat, and he's supposed to be walking through a marketplace, and he's gonna steal something. But that's as far as I'll go for now, unless anybody has some questions that they want me to answer. But I'm trying to keep it a surprise, but still at the same time, want you guys to be excited. Want to kind of give you guys some insight, just so you have a little bit of a clue as to what's going on, what to expect. But yeah. So I got this. I actually want to import this into Animate, that way I can see it. Let's see. Which would be better, Hyrule or? I'll probably just rock with the Hyrule one now, since that's pretty much what I'm going for. Check chat again. Look. I appreciate it. Yo, what app is that? It's actually not an app. It's a computer program called Adobe Animate. A while ago, I switched from animating on mobile to PC, so that's kind of been what I'm doing now. Fun fact though, like the first episode of Desia was actually the first and second. Oh no. The first episode was animated entirely on mobile, and I've got to say that's been the most grueling animation experience that I've ever had, because animating in KineMaster is like, it's not fun. It can be. You have to get creative, I'll say that, and kind of develop a couple workarounds, especially if you're trying to do some more advanced type of things with your animations like squash and stretch. It's possible, and like simple rigging and different things like that, but you have to seriously look for stuff and experiment. But actually, I could give you guys a little tip. I don't know if you need premium for this, or if they're still doing the thing where you can like watch ads and get access to the premium content and the premium effects. But I think in either the overall animations or the clip animations, I have to remember, because the way I used to do this is that I would record I guess the green screen or whatever that I was using in Gacha. So say, actually no, I don't even think it would be a video. It would just be a screenshot. So I'd say, like, I'd take a screenshot of a character with their mouth open over a green screen, and then I'd take another one in a different pose with their mouth closed, and I would pretty much put that in the 4:3 aspect ratio. And once I had all the screenshots and stuff lined up, you can even do this with one and just like split it into two. But there's something on here. Yeah, clip graphics. So if you download the overall animation 2 and overall animation 1, there should be effects in here. It's either overall or out. I think it's out. Yeah. So in animation and out animation in the clip graphics will let you do a squash and stretch effect. I might have to make a tutorial on that. But it can be kind of iffy because if you're using it with a green screen, you'll still kind of get a little bit like of a haze. But if you do it fast enough, it won't be super noticeable. Yeah, and then you just shrink the whatchamacallit, the clip graphic slider. But yeah, just little tips and tricks and stuff like that that I would pick up by experimenting with it, just trying out whatever I could. Because there's really, even though a ton of people use KineMaster, there's not a whole lot of really informative tutorials, and you think there would be considering how many people use it, but at least on the gacha side of things, there's not a lot, and it's honestly, it's crazy. It's shocking how little there is. It's much easier on mobile, but I want to move over to animating on PC. Yeah, when you get the chance, you definitely should. If you want to use Animate or like Toon Boom or something, I'd say try and get either one of those programs. There's legacy versions of Animate called Adobe Flash that you can download for completely free, no viruses, because I was animating on that for a little bit before I stopped and went back to mobile because I didn't know what I was doing. But if there's one thing that I would recommend is that you need to be patient, because this can kind of be like, unless you're a fast learner, then you'll be chilling regardless. But there's a lot of stuff that they let you do, or a lot of stuff that you have control over that you don't normally have control over when you're animating on mobile in comparison to animating on PC. So something like Flash, you see all these different layers and things like that, but they allow you to put a ton of different effects. You get to skew them, change the rotation points. There's just so much more that you can do. It kind of just opens like a floodgate of different tools and resources that you have access to. So, oh yeah, a light motion as well. Recently heard about Adobe After Effects. Want to get that one first. But yeah, hey, welcome to the stream. But yeah, I don't know a whole bunch about a light motion either, but I know that there are, well, one guy that I've been seeing around in my Discord, I think he goes by Daiten on YouTube, creator Daiten. Dude makes like super clean effects, and all that junk he makes from scratch in a light motion. So you can definitely do some cool stuff with that too. I just wasn't using it a whole bunch when I was making stuff back in like 2020, 2021. I was just like, hey, I've put all this time into KineMaster, I'm just gonna stick with this. This is like the standard, I feel like. My day's going well, man. How about you? Yeah, lamps, foliage. I'll leave that there. These buildings need to go. Well, all this background stuff, the hills and all that junk can go as well. Here's the thing, I have to take off all this layer depth stuff. Whoa. Okay. So the sky I can leave the way it is. Where's the canvas? Alright. I'm gonna zoom in now. I should probably bring the chat up on my phone. That way I can still see it in real time while I'm animating. So give me a second to do that real quick. How long have I been animating? Let's see. Yo, cuz. I think I've been animating now for at least 3 years? I didn't start animating on PC until a couple months ago. At least not seriously until a couple months ago. But I've been into animation for a long time, honestly. When I was a kid, I used to make stop motions and stuff like that with Legos. What is the other animation method that's called? Like flip books, or not flip books? Is it called flip books? I'm trying to remember. But you'd pretty much make all your drawings in like a sticky notepad and then just like flip through them. So I'm pretty sure they're called flip books, but I don't want to sound crazy. But that's something else that I would do. And eventually I got into, I guess, like editing videos and different things like that. But I've always kind of been interested in animation. So when it comes to gacha though, I've probably been doing this now for like 3 years. Just slowly but gradually improving. At least trying to. Flip a clip? No, it's not flip a clip. It was like an actual sticky notepad that you would flip through and draw on. Or you would take what are note cards and then staple the ends of them together and then draw through each of them. And then once you were done, you would like flip through all of them and it would pretty much like simulate animation. So each note card would be a frame. Oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Mr. Flippo? Yeah. So each of those note cards would be a frame, and then you kind of like stack them and like draw on them. And you used to use like a light to, or underneath whatever you were drawing on to make them see through. Don't you just record it then edit it? For the for like the flip book animations, or what do you mean? Like you flip the papers and then make an anime? Yes, because there used to be this children's book series I used to read when I was a kid, Captain Underpants, and like in those books they would have segments called fliporama segments where you like to flip the pages back and forth real fast. And I remember when I used to go to school, there'd be a bunch of kids that always flip the books way too fast and they would tear the pages. But it's the same concept, but instead of 2 pages, you just do it on more than 2. And you'd like, I don't know, if you have like a book or something near you, just like flip through the pages really fast, like peel it back and just let the pages like fold up. And that would be it. Floor. But yeah, those used to be fun. I think the most fun that I've had with older animation thing would probably be stop motion. Stop motion was really time consuming, but I feel like when you get really good at it, it looks so good. Because I remember when I was younger, I used to watch a lot of like stop motion animation series. There was this toy line called Stickbots, and they would pretty much like set you up with a whole stop motion kit with the like suction cup plastic figures that you can make videos and stuff with. And they had their own like action series on YouTube that I used to watch called Stickbots Off the Grid. I used to love that. Oh my gosh, I used to love that. And there was a Sonic one, Sonic Stop Motion Adventures I used to watch as a kid. But yeah, all of that junk. Well, not junk, but you get what I mean. Let's see, I want to make the fountain like the main focus of this shot right here. These are the lamps and the foliage. I can leave that alone. Fountain needs to come over. But yeah, that used to be really fun. How do I usually come up with ideas for gotcha videos? Let's see. For the past couple of fight scenes, well, other than the collab I did with Gilly, I would just freestyle it, honestly. Like whatever would come to mind is just what I would like go with. It's kind of hard to explain. But for something more methodical like this series and what I did with Gilly, we pretty much would we went into a Google Doc and then we pretty much scripted what the fight was supposed to be from start to finish. Granted, there were a lot of changes from when it initially started to how it ended up, but I feel like that's probably the best place to start. You'd want to try and write down all of your ideas, and as you have ideas, just test them out. Like, get a blank canvas and just try to put them together. Like, say you have two characters in a standoff and you want them to, I guess, jump at each other, you want them to fight, but you can't figure out how you should make them approach each other. That's what you should be trying to figure out. Like, what's the next step? Because you have options. You want them to fly at each other? Do you want somebody to teleport? That's pretty much all of the things that you should be thinking about. And that's what I usually tend to think about. How do I want this character to do this thing? And I just go from there. So, in the case of bringing up Jordan versus Gilly again, they start off in a standoff and they like pretty much run and headbutt each other. I can't remember whose idea that was, but I remember like I really liked that, and I kind of just wanted them to like bounce off of each other and then kind of go into a hand-to-hand combat section. I've been thinking about, oh, what do you think of your animation? I'm proud of them. I wasn't always proud of them, I will say that. Like, I know a lot of people like them now. A lot of people liked them then, but I still wasn't super proud of them. I feel like there was some things that could have been better than other things, and a lot of it was just me kind of like psyching myself out. I didn't really believe in myself, but I feel like I've kind of gotten over that, and I've learned to just be okay with what I produce, or whatever I try to make, I just make it to the best of my ability. And whenever I try to make something else, I try to make it better than whatever it was that I previously put out. I've been thinking about looking at anime fight scenes and adding my own things at the same time. Yes, absolutely do that. Anime fight scenes, if you play fighting games, like look at the attacks in the fighting games and just reference that stuff, because it can really help. If you're looking at like hand to hand and different things like that. I know Baki is, I have to watch Baki. I haven't watched Baki yet, but I've heard nothing but good things about Baki. Jujutsu Kaisen, one of my favorite animes, has great combat scenes. What else? Hunter x Hunter, people are a little bit iffy about that, but that has great combat. Naruto, Dragon Ball, I don't really watch it. I'm not really a Dragon Ball fan like that, but I've seen some animation from Dragon Ball that is like just flat out amazing. Like the Broly movie, god tier animation. I have watched Sword Art Online, but yeah, when it comes to like weaponry and stuff and swords, that is amazing. Even something I just got done watching, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That movie, that's amazing animated sequences. The backgrounds, like everything was just so amazing with that movie. But yeah, anime, cartoons, whatever you can get your hands on, by all means, look at it, study it, try to reference it, but don't copy it. Don't try to duplicate it. If you're going to use something as a reference, you need to find a way to put your own spin on it. And I feel like that's probably the most difficult thing when you're starting off with animation, is trying to figure out how can I make this look like said thing, but add my own spin on it. Because when you're starting out, you don't really know what your style is. I know for me, I was kind of struggling with making high speed fights and things like that. But once I just like got comfortable with making slower fights, putting emphasis on the actions that the characters are doing. So say if I don't know, like in the collab I did with Lima, there's a part in that collab where Jordan starts hitting Lima with a bunch of sword slashes, and I kind of just like move the camera and just focus on just that instead of making it a bunch of high speed like slashes across the screen. I put a lot of emphasis on the motions and the impact of the swing. So I rigged the arms, I leaned the body, I skewed the body, all that stuff, just to kind of make it look a little bit nicer. I usually watch the scene first and slow it down and try to get it down to the best of my ability. Yeah, that's a really good way to do it. My brother and father like Baki, but for me, the way it looks just doesn't seem like the type of show I would watch. Yeah, try Fate. Some moves have good animation. I actually watched Fate Stay Night. I think about a year ago. I did, and Fate Zero. I haven't watched any of the other Fate animes though, because I've heard like some good and bad opinions. Like, it's kind of a mixed bag. It's kind of a mixed bag when it comes to Fate. Some people like it, some people hate it. So I just haven't gotten the chance to really get into it yet, but I will definitely do that. Let's see, what is this? This is the reference. I should probably name this reference. I can mark this. This wall probably needs to move. Either move or change out for some other buildings. I don't really want this castle in the back. I just want the walls. It has a weird timeline, still a good anime. Yeah, okay. Gotta look through these. Oh, there's these maple backgrounds. That's something else I'm trying to figure out, is whether or not I should like try and get back into sprite animation, or if I should just stick to gacha. I'm also trying to learn how to do some hand-drawn stuff as well. I definitely want to be able to do that after working with Gilly on our video. Do I get my backgrounds from Pinterest? Yeah, some of them. That and Free Pick are probably like the best places that you can look to get backgrounds. Some of the they're the easiest to access. They're the most accessible. If you were to look a little bit deeper, try like an anime wallpaper site. You got to be careful though, because a lot of those pages are set up with like fake download buttons that'll like load a bunch of pop-up ads, so it actually be kind of difficult to download the background image. But yeah, just Google, and when you look up whatever it is that you're looking up, be patient and scroll for like at least 45 minutes. It might sound like a long time, but if you really need a lot of backgrounds for what you're working on, then that's just what you got to do. Like at least like 15 to 30, at the most 45. But try a bunch of different search terms. Like if you're looking for a forest, And if you know a specific anime that has like pretty good forests, like try Naruto or Pokemon if you can, and just search. And that's pretty much what I. Yeah, it does get tedious. It does get really tedious, but fortunately, that's what you got to do. I know I do that because I don't like trying to use the same backgrounds that other people use, because you kind of see a lot of similarities across gotcha videos if you watch them. I haven't watched any besides like Midori stories and stuff. But when I used to just look for different things, I would see like a lot of different, or a lot of the same backgrounds. And I mean with stick notes, I don't have to worry about fake download buttons. Yeah. So I'm guessing like stick notes has built-in backgrounds, or you can make them, or something like that. I'm unfamiliar with stick notes. Where are these whatchamacallits at? Walls. Outdoor buildings. Let me see something real quick. Maybe this, the overpass. Buildings. That's another thing that can be kind of hard sometimes when you're trying to find backgrounds, is like finding the style of background that you want. Because I know with Desia, like the main vibe of the whole thing was that it's supposed to be like kind of like a JRPG and kind of medieval, and it's really hard finding like towns and different things like that, different backgrounds like those. So I'm trying to learn how to put that stuff together using maple background pieces, maple sprites, maple story sprites. But there's so many. Oh my god. I've been scrolling through folders for at least 5 minutes now talking to you guys. Trying to find something. There's benches. I mean, that could probably work too. Well, there's none hole. Yeah, if you can't find any, it's a good idea to find images and make your own background out of it. Yeah, if you get a background eraser, you can stitch some backgrounds together. Like I know with some of the vector backgrounds, I would like, at least a lot of them with like cliff sides or something. I would just erase the sky and take the cliffs and then like layer them on top of different backgrounds and like tween those. It's kind of fun to animators to just you. I guess it just depends on how much you enjoy the process. Me personally, I enjoy the process from start to finish because I like seeing everything come to life. But with a lot of people, I heard and seen people like lose motivation or not want to post anything or make anything because they say it's hard. The way I feel about it though is I feel like animation is a labor of love. You have to really enjoy animating in order to want to continue to like make content. So in any case, you randomly just like try whatever comes to mind, and if you can't do it at first, just keep trying until you get it down. Like I'll do stuff like that. So I remember I just animated something for a friend of mine, David the Pixel, and he was kind of like asking me to make some different sword swings and stuff for his character Connor. And one of the things that I wanted to do the most was I guess, this sort of like spinning flip jump, but I had no clue as to how I would make it work, and I didn't want him to like be sitting there waiting on me for forever, but I wanted to make it for him so badly because I knew if I could pull it off, it would look amazing. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna find a way to do this. I'm gonna sit here until I come up with a way to do this. I'm just gonna try anything and everything, and eventually I did. He used those animations for his teaser trailer for his series, and I was just like so happy with the way they came out, because he sent me the link to the video at like 2 in the morning. I remember getting up and looking at my phone and saw that he dropped this. I was like, oh, all right, bet. What's the process of making sword animations? If I were to break it down, it's just simple rigging, or the basic body movements that you do for punches and stuff like that. It's really not that hard. The hardest weapons that I would probably, let me think. The hardest weapons to animate, at least with gacha, would probably be something with like nunchucks. I don't know. At least the way I'm thinking of it, because I tried to do something with a chain before, and I asked about it in animation server I'm in, Maplemation, and they told me that you had to like individually rig all the chain links, and I was not trying to sit there and do that for like half an hour. But yeah, it's all just a matter of moving the arms, making sure the sword stays lined up with the hand, anticipation, follow through. So if you want a character to swing the sword from like his head and down, then you need to make it so that their hands go up in the air, and the sword kind of like moves back a little bit, and then do the swing, just to add some anticipation. And when the sword is coming down after the swing is done, kind of have the hands drift back and stop. I never animate guns because it always looks awkward with the characters. I honestly wanted to try something with guns now that you mention it, because initially I was opposed to the idea as well, but I feel like I might be able to do something with it. But I definitely agree, though. Guns are weird. Guns are weird. I remember that was probably one of the main things that I had the most trouble with when I made that video with Silverette. How did I make the sword slashing effect? It depends, because I've only actually made one custom effect, and that was for the Judgment Cut video. Everything else were just like GIFs and stuff that I found on Google or came across in animation servers in Maplemation or Maplemation forum. So if you Google a slashing effect GIF and then either go on Pinterest or Google Images and scroll, you'll find something eventually. Sword slashing effect seems the easiest. Yeah. BG ball. I actually want this to be a part of the fountain, so I should probably cut this, go here. There we go. But yeah. Of course, practice makes perfect whenever it comes to trying to make animations and things like that. Lionheart Castle. How did I miss it? Actually, let me try something with these. separate these. There we go. Actually, let me try that. So I'll do that and then duplicate the symbol and add like the edges or something. Go to the library. Duplicate. And then drag and drop that. In case there's like a part where it needs to get cut off. Still try to find a way to make it in the light motion. I know it's possible because Daiten makes all of his stuff in the light motion, but that's another thing that kind of makes it hard to learn how to do things, because if you, for some reason, if you ask people how they made something, they just try to gatekeep the information. I remember that also kind of like pissing me off when trying to learn how to do something, because you think you could just straight up ask somebody, and if they're just not the type of person to try and share it with you, then you're gonna have a really difficult time learning. Yeah, so of course you just have to try random stuff till you can figure it out in most cases. This should be on top of here though. Some never say which apps they use, and when you ask, they never respond. So I'm figuring out how they did on my own. Yeah, exactly. Is this not meant to go on the sides? Is it meant to go on the top? Because if so, that would make a lot more sense. Kind of. I can't tell how these are supposed to go on here. Like the way this is. I might just have the wrong type of thing with that. These tiles from before. I was trying to use these for the floor. We can delete those. We'll delete those real quick. Try this again. This will probably be better. Let's see. Did you make those PNGs for the background? No, I did not. I actually got them from the Maplemation Discord server. So they have an online forum where you can go on there. They teach people how to make sprite animations. They have their own YouTube channel with the tutorial series that I watch. I actually made a part for a collab that hopefully will release sometime this month. If not this month, maybe in September. Depends on when Shoko finishes it. But yeah, they have like a bunch of different background packs and stuff that you can download the PNGs off of. But I would definitely say if you like get Adobe Animate or Adobe Flash, watch the Maplemation tutorials. They're a lifesaver. Because those tutorials saved me a bunch of headache when it came to like learning how to animate with this program. Also, the people in there, well, most of them are really cool. I don't talk in there a lot now because I just be chilling and working on stuff IRL. But if I were to say the coolest people that at least my favorite animators that I've seen in there, Shoko, Sequel, Shin, Neil. I want to talk to Neil and Shin, but I'd be like mad. I'd be mad afraid of them, bro. I don't know why, because both of them probably seem cool if you get to know them. Drew as well. Like, I would want to talk to all of them, but I don't know, bro. I just feel like if I were to like pull and be like, "Yo, what's up?" They'd hit me with like a off with his head type of situation. They'd be like ready to crucify me because I know they don't really like gotcha in that server. I just like looked. It's like, you know how like in Discord you can like look at different search terms and stuff like that. But I would just like, just to troll, I just put one of my animations in there and see what somebody like would say. At first they were confused on like what it was, and then somebody else identified it, and then they didn't say anything else. And I stopped putting gotcha stuff in there for like a couple of months until I like really got confident with something that I made. Then I put something else in there, and then people started joking about like there was like gotcha collabs inspired by Maple videos and things like that. And I was like, you know what? I need to get on that. I need to make a Maplemation but for gotcha. So I did. Sort of. I do have a Discord server. If you want to hit me up on Discord, I can add you to it. I'll put my my @ in the chat real quick. Can I teach how to make a fight scene? Yeah. I could try. I'm still I'm still trying to perfect it myself, to be honest with you, but I can give you some pointers and some tips. Not many people like gotcha, sadly. Everyone thinks it's childish and just for 8-year-olds. Yeah, that's true. But I understand why, because the type of stuff that people make with it is always garbage. I don't want to be offensive, but a majority of it is garbage. It's cringe and it's garbage. And for that reason, people don't take it seriously. They have no reason to take it seriously. Granted, I just like the art style of the characters. Because when I used to draw my characters, I drew them in like a chibi art style. And this looks the most like that. I tried Maple as well, but I feel like when it comes to making custom sprites and stuff for a Maple, I'm not really good at spriting. So that's why I prefer gotcha. Because it's like, it's a little bit bigger than a Maple character. The limbs are a little bit longer, but it still has those like kind of big expressive heads that Maple characters have, which I really love. Back when I was new to it, I'd make stupid stuff myself before I knew what I could actually do with it. Yeah. I see like a lot of people say, "Oh, we've all been there," but honestly, I never had that issue. I don't think I've ever. Well, actually, no. I won't really say that. I had like one character that was edgy, but that like the extent of it was they had like I'm trying to Vince. What was Vince power? It was the freaking Dark Falcon transformation thing, and that was it. But there was no angel demon hybrid king or whatever. Just wasn't my style. I kind of just knew where to draw the line when it came to things like that, and if it crossed over that line, I would just stay far away from it. And it's really hard because kids don't know better. They just see stuff and they think it's cool and they want to copy it. When I first came to the gacha community, my first plan was to continue this old series I used to do on Roblox. Honestly, when I was younger, me and my boys used to be into Beyblade like heavily. So we actually, at least I would, when I tried to make a animated Beyblade series, I would just draw the characters with different expressions, and I would use a document scanner to make them digital, and then I would edit them that way. And then I think it was my friend Orion who used to tell us about gacha and things like that, and I used to like write it off as some dumb waifu simulator or something, but it wasn't. You could like create a bunch of different characters and stuff like that. I was like, oh, this makes my life 100 times easier. I'm just gonna use this, and I kind of just locked in on it. Back then, they used to make animations and stuff like that too, but they eventually grew out of it. I think I was the only one that, yeah, not even I think, I know for a fact I'm the only one that seriously stuck with it, because I just enjoy animating anyways. And I like the fact that even if people don't like gacha, they can't say that my stuff is bad, because it's not bad. Their main issue with it is that it's gacha. But when it comes to the animation aspect, the animation is fine. It's better than the stop motion stuff that people be producing, or just a still image with a text box and characters teleporting across the screen, and that's their video. I just get satisfaction from knowing that something that I'm making isn't the norm. I'm in with Gundam and just make some stop motion animation. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. There's gotta be another background piece that I could use for these walls to make them connect. Let's see. But yeah, let me get my at real quick. Copy. Paste that. Here's my Discord if you want to add me. You can still get the gotcha part makes some people triggered. Yeah. And honestly, if they could look past that, and I'm gonna admit it's really hard to look past it, but if they could look past it, it probably wouldn't be so bad. So I promise you, like, if people took gotcha and they made like the same type of stuff, like on the regular, that different animation communities like Madness or Hyun's Dojo made, it would be a lot better. It would be received a lot better. But unfortunately, that's not the world that we live in. Regardless, I try to make it like, I try to do my best to make something like that anyways, because that's just what I enjoy doing. But yeah. Zenokin, you're actually woke. Thank you. It says the user didn't work. That's weird. Make sure you get that special U in there. Make sure you get the special character because it's case sensitive. I might just have to change it to make it easier. Because I had been thinking about doing that for a while now. Nickname. I probably won't be able to do this on here while I'm streaming. So yeah, turn that off. Just copy and paste. They said it didn't work. I don't know if it's just me though. Yeah, that's odd. Cause I copied it straight out of the Discord app and put it on there. Yeah, it's 4224. You didn't add a space or anything, did you? Just double check. Cause I know sometimes when you copy and paste stuff, it'll like add spaces, like before it or at the end. Wall. So I got the walls. No, still nothing. Okay, that's weird. Mr. Flip Phone. There's Flip Phone. Yeah. So. Hey Yen. Hey Christian, what's up? Wait, Flip Phone. I'll slide you the invite to the server real quick. Be warned, I'm still changing some things around. I just did like a server shutdown. People were being weird. But yeah. I'm trying to get this together still. I really need some buildings or something. That's like the main thing that's killing me. Buildings. Thank you, Christian. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Indoor, outdoor buildings. Let me see. I'm not sure. Bro, your voice sounds so cool. I just wish my voice sounded as cool as yours. I don't know. I don't know what you mean, bro. I just be chilling. I'm not intentionally trying to make it sound cool or anything. It's just, I don't know. Shoot. If you want to meet a real cool person, though, you should try and talk to Vibe whenever he's on. I've never met anyone as chill as Captain Vibe. I can say that with 100% assurity. Townhouse. Well, thanks, you guys. I appreciate it. Oh, this needs to be scaled down a little bit. 50. this layer up. Just come up right there. Building. Background buildings, okay. Trying to do this and I'm still sort of struggling. This doesn't really fit. That's gotta be like the other difficult thing about trying to make these backgrounds. Just trying to Frankenstein all the pieces together. Making a sprite animation. No, this is for my gotcha series. I'm just using sprite backgrounds. This is a bridge, but the angles are weird. Let me see something real quick. Now, where on earth is that thing? Tiles, waterway. Waterway. Nope. Still no. There. Alright, you did all that. These look a little run down though. The colors are off. Alright. Yo, what's good, Glitch Grapes? Gotta go. Bye, guys. Later. Thanks for stopping by. Let's try this. That doesn't really fit. Well, maybe I can make it fit. Wait, is this After Effects? No, it's Animate. That cool. Your fan is so loud. It's actually a computer fan. I didn't know that it's picking itself up like that though. never noticed that before. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. Something I'll have to keep in mind whenever I stream again. Let's see, how long has this been going now? Just gonna stay and watch for a while. Alright. Yo, what's good, Merlin? Streaming for a little over an hour now. I'll probably stop in like another 30 minutes. Just go there. Much you just trying to get this background stuff together. But other than that, just hanging out, chilling on the stream. Angel just got another friend request. I'm guessing that was Angel from earlier? Alright, there. Gotta jump behind there. Okay. So that works a little bit better. Or should I leave it? It's coming along nicely. Thank you. I definitely need some more buildings though. I'm gonna head out for now. I might come back to check in. Alright, flip phone, and catch you later. I need to flip some of these actually. Make them look a little bit different. Maybe not. Flip vertically. Yeah. So one more. Yo, my computer's dying. Gotta get yourself a charger, my guy. Or my girl, whatever. Probably add another archway. Duplicate this. this way. And not like dying. I'm lagging. Oh. I hope it's not me. Because I know sometimes my internet has a tendency to just become trash all the time. It doesn't happen like that when I'm streaming, but... Okay, username works. I just think I did something wrong. I don't know. Oh, alright. Alright. Okay, now I see something that I can add to those, or maybe these flags, because I have seen something like that. Oh wait, no I can't, because on the outside of the symbol this layer is darkened. Okay, new layer, flags. Now I can hide this and just work on the walls. Let me see where those are. There they go. Perfect. Get one of these and shrink these down. To see like the Hyrule Castletown also has those. Manually like that. Don't want to do that. The brightness maybe? Nope, not that either. I'll just leave it like that. You can't really tell unless you like zoom in. I think there's 3 of these. Or no, there's 4. No, never mind, there are 3. At the end. Just group these and duplicate it. Did that select the archways too? Never mind. I'm gonna lock all of that up. Duplicate that, and I can just slide these over. Okay. Progress. Alright, there. So what else could I add here? I don't need to duplicate this again. Oh, stay haven't moved this reference image. Slide this just down here. Alright. I might be able to change up the perspective of this floor now too, now that I got these backgrounds. Or at least the walls set up the way I wanted them. Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, they got these random, they're not random buildings. Let me see something. stream time. Now, what's going on with this that isn't causing it not to let me open up the library? Is this black strip right here wasn't here before? All right, that already looks way better with the lamps and stuff in place. Have to adjust some of that, so I probably will do that now. Put this like here or something. Let's collab, bro. Can't you tell me what you think of my videos? I'll probably check it out in a second. I'm just not looking to do any collabs right now because I'm trying to work on my series. I'm not opposed to trying to do it later though. Back behind this. This can look like right here. This fountain though has to move now. Or maybe, you know what? Need your, I don't know if it's my speaker, but I can't really hear you. Well, I did turn my mic volume down because you said you could hear the fan. But I might just have to speak a little bit louder. Just let me know if it gets better. I know I was talking relatively quietly before, so that might be the issue. I need your opinion. Here, I'll tell you what. After I finish with the stream, I'll check one of your videos out. And I'll leave a comment on whichever one I look at. That way you know that I watched it. Lamps, foliage, fountain. This fountain can trade places with this stand right here. These lamps can go right here. Mine suck. I quit anyway, so. What do you mean? Would you quit? Did you quit animating or? These right here. Oh, I'm so happy with this now. This is a lot better than what it initially started as. Let's see. I need to extend these walls out a little bit. Well, actually, let me lock everything up and then do it. You need a break. Look at my video. Not while I'm streaming, bro. No disrespect, but I didn't start the stream just to watch your animation. I started the stream so I could communicate with my audience. I told you I'd look at it later. I'm a man of my word. I'll look at it later. I know, I just want to hear your reaction. I get it. It's a gotcha fight video. I get it. Let's see. I probably won't even need all of this distance here. Well, maybe I'll just use all of it just in case. Or maybe right there I can throw in one of these buildings. If it would let me see my library, I might have to close this and reopen it. What is this? Okay. Alright, I'm back. Welcome back. Nice foliage. This unlock. I'll be moderator. Still can't hear. That's weird. Do you have your volume? Like on... Are you watching this on your phone or tablet or something? Or... As it might be that. Because I actually raised the mic volume. I can try increasing it a little bit more and see if that helps. But... I don't want to take it too high up. I don't actually know how to assign moderators on here, so all I see when I click on the chat is go to channel, pin message, report, put user in timeout, and max. Your volume's on max. That's odd. You can hear me. Oh, okay. Better. Good to know. Good to know. Hello, hey. Hey. What was I about to do? Buildings. Yeah. There's a lot of these. These can go. Not an expert in anything, but I'm not sure giving a random person an admin is a good idea. I agree with you. Don't worry, I completely agree. Adjust color. Nah. Maybe if I take the brightness down a little bit. Nope. I'll just leave that how it is. Maybe with these walls I can sneak in another background wall of some type. Either a pillar or something, because something needs to go there. One of these gates will work, actually. Just throw this back here. that, I'll just go back to throwing the regular walls. Or actually, no, I'll throw another building on top of there. It's been fun, but I have other matters to go deal with. Alright, thanks for vibing out with us, Glitch Grapes. Hope to see you around sometime. Library, still no dice with these freaking things. I'm gonna check stream time. And alright, an hour and 25 minutes. Got about 6 more minutes left. I think that'll be a good place to cut it. Like I said, I'll put my @ in the chat, or at least my Discord tag. If anybody wants to add me on there, feel free to do so. Just in chat, say what's up. Alright, let's see. I do need to open. If I reopen this, will it crash it? Or actually, here's what I'll do. I'll save this, close it, and then open it back up and pray that it doesn't kill the display. And it looks like that's exactly what just happened. Oh, never mind. It crashed. Are you serious? Sorry, that probably jacked things up. Let's try this again. Open. Alright, I apologize if that like turned into like a red screen or something. Hopefully it went back to normal now. Alright, there we go. Couple minutes left. If I could hurry up and find this building. Actually, delete this and put this here. This kiosk here. There we go. And I'll throw in like one more. Is that to like 20? There we go. Perfect. This is a lot better. Okay. The rest of these walls, though, I probably need something to top them off with. What are you exactly doing? I'm putting together a background for an animation. Actually, for the series I'm making. See how much time we got left. Just type on Google Images background for animation. I know I can do that, but I'm making a custom one because they don't have a lot of backgrounds that match the type of, I guess, vibe that I'm trying to go for. So I'm trying to go with a medieval castle town, and there's really not a lot of good backgrounds for that on Google Images and Pinterest and things like that. So I'm making one. We'll find when I show you. What editing software do you use? I make all my animations in Adobe Animate. AFK, alright. Real quick. It's all good. I'm getting ready to get out of here in a second. So also, before I go, Arrow, gotcha Arrow, let me know which video of yours that you want me to watch so I can comment on it. And while he's doing that, thank you guys for coming out to the stream. Really appreciate you guys staying for as long as you did. I enjoyed conversing with all of you, answering some of you guys' questions. If you want to add me on Discord, my @ is pinned, my user is pinned. But other than that, I'm out of here. I'll catch y'all later.